Hello everyone, how's it going? It's me again, coming before you for the Wisdom Wednesday video. What I want to talk about for just a few minutes today is, it's actually titled, Why I Am Stuck. Many of us right now, we feel like we're in a place right now where we're stuck and we're just not getting ahead. Some of us have been in this season for whether it's a few weeks, whether it's a few months, some for even a few years, and dare I even say like a decade or something like that. And what we have to understand is that God did not come for us to ever be stuck in a situation. So at some point we have to look to see what it is that we're doing wrong, what it is that we might be missing in reference to our situation. So I just wanted to provide just a few things. I have three little quick points that I want to talk about on why it is that you might be stuck today. Number one, I would say you're not stuck, that you just stop moving. I even made a post about that last night. Sometimes it's, we get stuck, but we're not even actively plowing to get our way out of a situation. Just like the snow, you have to plow to get yourself out of it. Just like the harvest, you can plant the seeds and you're waiting for it to come. You actually have to plow the ground first to even put the seeds in. So that plowing actually, it can be likened to us actually physically doing whatever it is that we're supposed to do, whether it is plowing to dig, whether it is plowing to plant, whether it is plowing to get our way out of a situation. It might be something that you are doing or not doing that is causing you to be stuck wherever it is. So sometimes you have to plow to even dig yourself out of a situation. Number two, I would say maybe your mission isn't accomplished yet. Maybe there's a reason that you're in this season. Maybe it's a lesson that you haven't learned yet. You're there for a purpose. It's something that you're supposed to get out of that situation right now. I know that many of you are frustrated right now with the jobs that you are at. A lot of times you are at that job and at that place because it is something that you are supposed to do there. Whether you're supposed to be a light in that situation, whether it is something that you're going to obtain from there that is going to propel you to the next season of your life, whatever it is, there is a reason that you are at that job right now. And until you actually figure out what that reason is, you're going to remain stuck there. God is not going to take you to the next place until he knows that you've gotten what you were supposed to get from one place. For those of you who are waiting to buy a house, have you done what you were supposed to do in your current living situation, in your current apartment, or if you're living with someone else, whatever the case might be, he's not going to take you to the next place until you've got something from this place. For those who might be having car issues or wanting to buy a car, is it something that you have not done yet, with this car, and maybe helping someone else as far as transportation? I don't want to get too deep about it, but there are so many different reasons why a lot of times we remain stuck in a place. And a lot of times it does have to do with the mission not yet being accomplished. Maybe you're waiting for a relationship. And, of course, we hear relationships and we automatically liken it to a romantic relationship. But whether it's a business relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's, a business partner, whatever, sometimes you can't get to the next level until you make amends with somebody else from the first level. Maybe there's somebody that you need to make amends with. Maybe there's somebody that you were supposed to seek forgiveness from and apologize to, and you haven't done that yet, and you can't figure out why nothing is going right in your other relationships. You need to fix this issue over here first. It also could be because where you're stuck at right now, it's because someone needs you. Someone needs you exactly where you are right now. I remember seeing something once before and it said, sometimes the reason nothing good is happening to us, it's because we are the good that is happening to someone else. So right now, you can be where you're supposed to be because your mission is not accomplished and it's not time for you to move on yet. Lastly, I would say, what if you're just in your waiting season? That is my third point. What if you're in your waiting season? You're not stuck. You're exactly where it is that you're supposed to be. A lot of times we forget that miracles can happen in the mundane. Miracles can happen and things can take place when we are going on about our everyday life, being content in this season. In America, in life in general, as Christians even, we're always focused on more. We're always focused on greater. We're always thinking about what's coming next. And when I get into a relationship, when I get engaged, when I get married, when we buy a house, when I buy a baby, when I get a job, when I get a promotion, when I can then buy a car, when I can then upgrade my car, when I can buy this house and then get a bigger house and then make additions to this house, whatever. We're always thinking about more. We have to learn to be content in this season where we are. We have to learn how to be grateful for everything. As I've also said before, a lot of times, many of us right now are living out prayer requests that we previously made. And it's so funny how we get those answers and we actually get the things that we wanted, and then we don't even become grateful for them. We forget, and then we start focusing on what's next. Not even taking time to thank God. Hey, God, I know that was you. Thank you for making that happen. And I'm going to celebrate right here for a minute. But a lot of times the miracles come in the mundane with where we are right now. Think about Saul. Saul, his destiny was tied to a donkey. If you actually read the story, you will see that it was all because of him going to get a donkey and doing whatever he was supposed to do with that actually caused him to become king. We're not even going to focus on how he, eventually messed that up and how, we see that obedience is better than sacrifice. And he was not obedient with the specific word that he got from God. That's another message in and of itself. But his miracle was in the mundane. Him becoming king was while he was actually doing the everyday, ordinary thing. The same thing with David. David was out in the field. He wasn't even qualified to be king. He was out there tending to the sheep, dirty, doing everything else. But his miracle was in the mundane. He was picked where he was at that actual moment. A lot of women, we're waiting on our Boaz. Don't get me started on that. But we're waiting on our Boaz. And how did she get her Boaz? She wasn't even focused on Boaz. Ruth was just busy trying to get some leftover grains out of a field. And that's where her miracle came in, because she was faithful at work with what she was doing. She wasn't griping. She wasn't complaining. She wasn't wanting more. She was actually going and picking up the leftover grains that the others were dropping, or that they perhaps had not even gotten. That's where her miracle came into place, because someone saw her hard work. And here it is. She caught the eyes of the wealthy family kinsman redeemer. So keep these things in mind, that a lot of times you're stuck for several reasons. Either you're not actively plowing, your mission is not accomplished, or because you're in your waiting season and the miracle is about to take place exactly where you are right now. Some of you may question, okay, well, how do I know? How do I know if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing? How do I know if I am where I'm supposed to be at right now? Matthew 7:7, I love it, because it says, ask and the door will be opened. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door, ask and you will get an answer. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened. Those three things are key. Those things are so important. And I love that scripture, because it actually tells us, keep on asking, keep on seeking, keep on knocking. And what that can be likened to, ask, that's prayer. That's asking God something, asking a question, and knowing that you can ask him for an answer. You can ask him for wisdom. You can ask him for clarity. You can ask him for guidance. He is going to answer you. Keep on asking, and ask him, why am I stuck? Why am I here? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Sometimes, as I've said also, and it was from a post that I saw before, but it really stuck with me, like a GPS system. A lot of times when you're going in the right direction, that's when your GPS is quiet. So right now you're feeling like you're stuck and God isn't answering. Perhaps you're going in the direction that you're supposed to be going, and that is why he is not answering you, because you're on the right track. But ask him and he'll reveal it to you. James 1:5 says that we can ask for wisdom and he'll give it to us. So keep that in mind. The second thing, seek. Seek is when you're actually trying to find an answer. Seeking, that is your mental focus. Matthew 6:33 says, seek him first. God has to come first. You have to want God more than you want that business, more than you want that promotion, more than you want to reach more people with your ministry, more than you want that house, more than you want that car, more than you want that husband, that baby, whatever it is that you truly, truly want right now. If someone was to ask you, what do you truly want at the deepest core of you, or from the bottom of your heart? What do you want? First and foremost, it has to be God. You have to seek him first above all things. Seek him and his righteousness, and then many things will be given to you. So as you're seeking, again, that's your mental focus, and that's you wanting an answer. And the last thing is knock. Physically is where knock comes into play physically. That's that act of taking action. You are physically knocking. You are physically trying. You are doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing. You are physically plowing and trying to get your way out of that situation if you are stuck right now. You are physically knocking on the door and doing everything that you're supposed to be doing in this season. If you know this is where you're supposed to be, and yeah, God already showed you that something else is greater and something else is around the corner, are you working hard where you are right now? Are you complaining about that job that you don't like, or are you actually doing what you're supposed to be doing while you're there knocking and doing what you have to do until the next door opens? Keep these things in mind. Ask, seek, knock. Ask, seek, knock. I love it. It's Matthew 7:7. But what I also love is what comes right after it in Matthew 7:8. And sorry, just give me just a second to pull it up, because of course I'm never prepared for anything. That's just the story of my life. But hey, we're just going to roll with the punches. Matthew 7:8 is what I said. And I just want to read 7:7 again as well. Matthew 7, it says, keep on asking and you will receive what you ask for. Keep on seeking and you will find. Keep on knocking and the door will be open to you. Verse 8, for everyone who asks receives. Everyone who seeks finds. And to everyone who knocks, the door will be opened. Keep those things in mind. Everything, it can happen that is listed in Matthew 7:8, it all depends on you. I used to liken that scripture, Matthew 7:7, with thinking if it was something that I wanted bad enough, all I had to do was keep on asking and he was going to give it to me. Keep on seeking for it and he was going to provide it to me. Keep on knocking and he was going to finally open the door and give it to me. Sometimes that is the case. There's a story, I forgot exactly what chapter in the Bible it's in, but it speaks of the woman who kept going before the judge over and over and over again, wanting something. And he finally said, okay, lady, I'm going to give it to you. Like your faith, your persistence, it's yours. But that scripture, there's so much more to that. And a lot of times it's the physical, the spiritual gifts, or discovering our purpose, our calling, doing kingdom work, whatever it is to actually elevate the kingdom. He's saying, how badly do you want it? Do you want it to the point where you are willing to keep on asking, keep on seeking, and keep on knocking and doing these things in my name? Whatever it is that you're going through right now, trust God. He will get you through this. But you have to find out why you are in this season. We're all in different seasons right now. Some of us are in that season of wilderness. Some of us are in that season of wait. Some of us are in that season of preparation. Some of us are in harvest season right now. Some of us are just in a season where we don't know. But you have to trust God and trust that he is going to help you and he is going to get you out of it. I would say use this time to just truly pray, call out to him, meditate on his word, and see what he will actually take the time to reveal to you. I promise it'll be an eye-opener if you just seek him first and see what it is that is going to happen. So I love you all. I hope that you were able to get something out of this for Wisdom Wednesday. I pray that it's something that might stick with you for a while to really help you in your situation. I know we're all kind of going through some things, but like I said, everything that we went through in 2017, that was all just a part of the test. 2018, we're going to be sharing our testimonies, y'all. We're coming out of this. God has greater. God has better. God has bigger. And as I say, I don't always mean that in the sense of material things or material possessions or financial blessings and breakthrough. He did not come for us to, just get by. Yes, he came for us to have life more abundantly and to have things and for, our stuff to actually overflow so that we can share and help others. But it's so much more than just the material blessings. So you all keep those things in mind as you go forth. I love you all. God bless, and I will see you soon. Talk to you later. Bye.